Well, hello there my fellow rushers, how are you doing today? King Rexy here, and today we're gonna be starting off our hero review series for Kingdom Rush Alliance. Now, I thought about it for a while, and I've decided that for now, the three heroes are gonna be excluded out of this series. So in this case, Vesper, Raylan, Nairu, and Grimson. Because everyone can play with them and gather their own individual thoughts and opinions, and realize whether or not they're suitable for their playstyle. However, the rest of these characters are premium for the mobile version, so you got to pay for them individually. Now, and that begs the question, which one of these bad boys and girls are gonna be your best options? Well, let's talk about them. And unfortunately we'll have to start off with a kind of a bad hero, Torres.
I'm tough as nails.
Yeah, you look tough, but in reality you're not my guy. So, Torres is a questionable character. He's basically a tank that does his job. That's the best way I can put it. So, then why is he bad if he's doing what a tank is supposed to do, which is absorb damage and stall enemies? Well, we'll see. But first of all, we gotta talk about his base stats at level 10, so you can get a better idea as to how strong he actually is. Well, here we don't really get a lot of information, so allow me to tell you his actual stats at level 10. He has 520 HP, which is a bit on the high end. Compared to other heroes that we're gonna see later on, 520 health is exceptionally large amount of health. However, he only has 25% armor, which isn't all that much. Sure, it's not like nothing, but 25%, like, come on. Come on now, he could have done better than this. And as far as his damage goes, oh my god, his damage is atrocious. 22 to 34 physical damage every 2 seconds. Yep, it's not 1 second, it's not even 1.5, it's 2 seconds. Meaning that in reality his damage is a lot lower than the number suggests, because he only attacks once every 2 seconds. Which kinda sucks. And speaking of things that suck about him, mobility. He has arguably the worst mobility in the game, besides maybe one other hero that we're gonna talk about later, but for now, he does have the slowest mobility in the game, at least in my eyes. So, his base damage is bad, and his mobility is atrocious. Perhaps his abilities make up for it, right? Well, let's talk about them. Starting off with Man at Work. So, basically, the description here is not very accurate. But, to put it simply, he just summons 2 units for 12 seconds every 24 seconds. And those units have, at level 3, 90 HP, and they deal 6 to 12 physical damage, which really isn't all that bad. And they do have 1 second attack speed, so pretty decent. I believe they also have low armor, but I don't remember the exact percentage. Probably something like 20 to 25%. I don't expect them to have anything more than that. But yeah, in general, the ability is fine, I suppose. Like, it's a little bit of extra stalling power here and there, so, you know, I ain't complaining. Moving on to Lunch Break. Torres stops fighting to eat a snack, healing himself for 200 health. So basically like the Saburite ability on Prince Dinas in Origins. However, the difference is that Prince Dinas had high armor, so he was able to absorb a lot more damage. And the heal was about half of his health. Here, 200 health is not even half of Torres' health. And the ability has a whopping 20 seconds cooldown. Or actually, no, it's a little bit higher, it's 26. Yeah, 26 seconds cooldown on this, really. You think it would be shorter, but no. I guess they didn't want to pull off the Prince Dinas moment. So yeah, he has a heal every 26 seconds. Mid. Demolition Man. Quickly spins his wooden beam, dealing 60 to 90 physical damage to enemies around him. That's bad. 60 to 90 physical damage compared to, let's say, a free hero. Let's compare a free hero. Where is it at? Grimson. Look at this. Deadly spikes that deal 54 true damage per spike, and there's 15 of them, and enemies can get hit by multiple of them, so that's a lot more damage. Sure, it has 30 seconds cooldown, but this deals a lot less damage, it's physical, and it has 20 seconds cooldown. So, yeah, Demolition Man, kinda bad. I feel like it should have been a little bit more spammable. Moving on to his last normal ability, Defensive Turret. Builds a makeshift turret that attacks passing enemies for 12 seconds, dealing 22 to 34 physical damage per attack. Honestly, it's not that bad. Because the turret lasts for quite a while, 12 seconds, and it has 0.8 seconds attack speed, I believe. Which is not that bad at all. If anything, it can help you out against some arrow units or to wear down low health enemies. It's pretty good. But the problem is, well, there are actually two problems. The first one is, it has a long cooldown, 30 seconds, so you're not gonna be able to use it very often. And for whatever reason, whenever the turret is off cooldown, bro will do anything, and I mean anything to build it. Even stopping mid-fight. Like, you're gonna see what I mean in a minute once we showcase him a bit. But last but not least, we have the ultimate ability, which is Wrecking Ball. How creative. Just a chance, steel ball on the pad, dealing 320 physical damage and stunning enemies for 2 seconds. Honestly, it's not that bad. It has 50 seconds cooldown, which most hero ultimates have about 50 seconds cooldown, so that's fine, but honestly, the ult feels a bit lacking. It's not bad or anything, but compared to every other ultimate that we're gonna see later on, the Wrecking Ball definitely falls off a bit. And yeah, honestly, Torres is a bit questionable, but for now, let's just go to the Blighted Farmlands, which is probably gonna be the testing level, because, you know, it's level 12, usually the easiest level in any Kingdom Hearts game, besides the tutorial. But then again, who counts the tutorial? So, here he is, good old Torres. He looks thick, that's good, but then again, you'll see the problems. 520 health, 22 to 34 physical damage, 2 seconds attack rate, and 25% armor. But yeah, look at that mobility. Oh my god, look at how slow he is. Yeah, he's gonna take a short eternity to get from point A to point B. And that's kind of a big problem with Torres. It's a big deal. Like, you don't want him to move all that much. You kinda just wanna plop him in the choke point and just let him do his own thing. But for now, I guess we're just gonna let him do his thing. In the meantime, let's just set up a little makeshift defense. Don't question it. It's just for the showcase. We don't actually have to win the level. Okay, let's check him out. Go, Torres. Showcase is what you can do. So here's the turret. As you can see, it does have a bit of a short range, but it's fine. It does have a pretty fast attack speed. Here comes the units. Here's gonna come the AoE attack in a minute. Just needs to get surrounded. There you go. But yeah, I mean, he's doing fine into the Mindless Husks, but then again, they only have 230 HP, so it's not that bad. But as you can see, he's not really losing all that much health. He's pretty much staying at full. And if you're wondering why the numbers are changing, it's because of the upgrades, so ignore those. Oh yeah, doing pretty fine. Now let me just double check these guys. Yeah, they have low armor, because for some reason I thought that they may or may not have medium armor, but turns out, no, they do not have medium armor. So that's good. Or to some people it might seem bad, but then again, they're only supposed to be there for a little bit of stalling power and nothing else. Okay, let's get rid of the glare. We don't want this to happen. And let's try to showcase his ultimate. Let's group up a few enemies. But yeah, as you can see, he's stalling them. He's stalling. I want to showcase something first. He's stalling, see it? He does his AoE attack, but the moment, like, look, he's going into melee now, but he just left melee combat to build the turret. Did you see that? You could go back a little bit if you missed it, but yeah, that was bad. Imagine if you were stalling some unimportant enemy like a Vile Spawner. Yeah, that won't be fun now, would it? So yeah, you do have to be keeping an eye out for stuff like that, because it can happen. It's a sad reality, but it can happen, and we live in it. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. And as far as the overall goodness value of Torres is, honestly, I feel like he could be much better than what he currently is. Because due to his slow mobility, terrible single target damage, and kind of lacking abilities, I just don't think he is really worth the premium hero status. Like, Grimson felt better than him. Grimson. And people overrate this guy like crazy just because, oh, cool looking character. And Torres, he just kind of falls off, I'm not gonna lie. If anything, for now, I'll give him a 4 out of 10. I won't really recommend them. So yeah, you probably don't want to get Torres. But there is a little funny bug that you can do. Right before he builds the turret, or before his building animation starts, you can move him around the map, and he is a lot faster. Now, it's kind of hard to pull off, but it's there, so yeah, good thing to know, I suppose. And yeah, last but not least, let me just showcase his ult. As you can see, stuns the group of enemies, deals physical damage. Nothing too spectacular, pretty simple ultimate. Honestly, if he was a pre-hero, I wouldn't mind him. I would say, okay, he is a little bit underpowered, but, you know, he's free, so it's fine. But due to the fact that he costs actual money, I would say he's probably gonna be the lowest on my rankings. So, 4 out of 10. Don't recommend this character. You'll be better off with any of the other options that we're gonna talk about next time. So yeah, with that out of the way, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.